You're welcome back to Life Skills Computer Training and Consulting Limited. Now, this is the second topic in our course on learning HTML, CSS, PHP, and MySQL. Now, in this video, I want to teach you the HTML basics. And like I introduced in the in the previous video, I try to introduce the technologies required to build a website, a dynamic website. I mentioned HTML, CSS, I mentioned JavaScript, PHP, MySQL, Apache Server, and integrated development environment or a text editor. And I want to tell you that the most important of all this technology is HTML. And I said HTML means hypertext markup language. It is actually the language for website. It is the one that you will use to provide content or to add structure to your site. We use HTML to provide the structure and the content for your website. So it is very, very important that you learn how to write HTML. Even if you are making use of third-party software like a CMS or a template, you still have to learn HTML in order to be able to customize whatever template or CMS you are using to develop a robust website. Now, we are going to start with HTML tags. I don't need to waste time explaining what is HTML again. We have already learned that. If you have not gone through the previous topic, please, I would like you to do so in order to get the best out of this course. We make use of tag in HTML. What are tags? Tags, they are formatting instructions that tell the browser how to transform ordinary text into something visually appealing. If you were to take all the tag out of an HTML document, the resulting page will be ordinary plain text or formatted text. What are we saying here? When you want to develop a website, at least your website will have a title. It's going to have some text to display information, even images and some other things. Do you know that all those content, you write them using ordinary text? But a very beautiful website will give you font, will give you text of different fonts, of different color, beautifully arranged, very nice. And now you can see that to develop a website, you must know how to write HTML tag. You wrap your content, you wrap your content with those tags. So they are going to provide formatting instruction for all your content. If you want your content to be bold, you want your content to have certain color, you want your content to be moving around, you make use of tag. The tag is like an instruction that will tell your browser what to do with that text or whatever content you are putting on your site. You can recognize a tag by looking for angle brackets. These are the brackets that less than and greater than. There are two special characters that looks like less than and greater than. To create a tag, you type HTML code between the brackets. Now, this code is only for the browser to interpret. People that are visiting your website, they will never see those codes. They will only see the result of that code. And that is what they will see. And they can only see your code when they right-click on your page and they view the source of your page. And most ordinary users, they don't do that. Then, we are still on this HTML tag. Now, for example, look at a tag called tag B, bold tag. We call it bold tag. So, if you type something and you put B in front of it and you close it at the other end, whatever that is in between bold tag will become bold. So your browser will turn it to a bold something. Whatever you type in between bold tag will be bold. So remember that our HTML tag, they are always in lowercase. When a browser encounters this tag, it's going to switch on boldface formatting, which affects all the text that follow the tag. Now, on its own, bold tag is not good enough. It is a starting tag. This one is a starting tag. Every tag must have a closing tag, so that you tell your browser that you are finishing bolding whatever you type. So the closing tag will look like a less than with forward slash, and the end tag for bold formatting will look like this. Just put a forward slash before your B. Look at an example. I type something. This is not bold. This isn't bold. Pay attention. Now we are back to normal. You can see that out of these three statements, I have three statements. The first one says this is not bold. The second one says pay attention. The third one says now we are back to normal. Now, out of these three, you can see that only pay attention is within the opening bold tag and the closing bold tag. So it is only this pay attention that will be bold in format. So when your browser encounters this HTML statement, it's going to produce something like this. This isn't bold. Pay attention. Now you can see that only pay attention is bold in font. So your browser displays it like that. Now let's look at other HTML elements. Now I've talked about bold tag. We have paragraph tag. Paragraph tag. In your secondary school, you know what paragraph means in English. We use paragraph to organize whatever we are writing. And when you use more than one paragraph element in a row, a browser inserts a certain amount of space between two paragraphs. So between one paragraph and another paragraph on your website, there must be a space. So in a website, when you are using paragraph tag, you are trying to arrange your content in paragraph form. So the next statement that is in paragraph, there will be space in between two of them. Then we have heading tag. Heading tag. This heading tag is another good way to add structure to your web page. And like the name implies, we use heading tag for title. We have heading 1, heading 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Heading 1 will give you the largest size of text. Heading 6 will give you the smallest size of text. So this heading tag, we use it to display text in large boldface letters. The lower the number, the larger the text. So H1 produces the largest heading. By the time you get to H5, the heading has become so small, and they are smaller than normal text. So if you want your site to display different text of different sizes, you make use of heading tag. Now let me go back. This paragraph heading tag, we call them basic block level element. They are HTML tag or element that operate at block level. They separate your content in block form. Then we have horizontal rule, horizontal line, HR tag. It's a standalone tag. It will draw a horizontal line across your web page. And by the time we go to practical session, I'm going to show you how to make use of this tag. The line automatically matches the width of your browser window. So, or else you change the attribute of that horizontal line. So take note of this HR tag. We are going to make use of it. Then we have unordered list and list item. In your web page, you want to provide a list. We offer the following. For example, maybe on your website, you want to advertise your training. We offer the following training. Number 1, CSS. Number 2, PHP training. Number 3, MySQL training. Those items, we are going to use UL and LI tag in order to achieve that. So the UL is the major container The airline is the child element. So we also have OL on ordered list. We have ordered list and unordered. UL is unordered list. OL is ordered list. By the time we get there, you are going to get the full meaning of what they stand for. Then we have inline elements. Now these elements, we use them for certain parts of your website that are not in block form, but they are maybe a sentence or a statement in your website. You want a word to be bold or to be in italic. We are going to use beta. You remember we started with this bold tag. Then we have italic tag, and they work in the same way. Like a normal Microsoft Word, you want to make something bold or italicized, so that is what they do. Then we have break tag. It's a standalone basic inline element. Now you use break tag to separate lines in your website. You are typing something, then you want what you are typing to jump to the next line. You have to insert break tag at the end of the first line, so that the next thing you are typing will be on the second line. In web design, your browser and Zoom, everything is along the same line. If you don't use break tag, whatever you are putting on your web page will be on a straight line, and that's not good. You are going to make use of BR, which is break tag, a lot as you continue.